Sports Cards Nonsense fans. Today is December 22nd, and Mike and I finally got access to at least a office. It may not be the office, but we've got somewhere to record. We're on our way to load it up with all of this, and then some. All right, guys, we're at the office. Let's go check it out. None of this is ours. None of this is ours. Oh, we spotted a wild Giuseppe. Look at him. And that's it. Now you've seen the office space. All right, day one. We at least have 3 cameras, lighting, and a bunch of garbage. It's time. Lights, camera, action. We did it.
All right, I am Mike. That is Jesse. He knows nothing about sports or sports cards, and I think I know everything about everything. We will be coming to you live on YouTube. It's not live, but it'll be on YouTube once a week. We used to have video with our podcast over at The Ringer. They stripped those privileges from us. So now we're doing our thing here once a week.
I would say that this feels as much like our very first episode of the podcast.
Horrible.
Than anything I've done since then. However, that being said, this is a fun new format. A fun new format that I think people are going to hopefully appreciate. What are you hoping to get out of this?
Yeah, I think it's going to be terrible.
So yeah, me too.
We're going to do it once a week. We're going to break down like card stuff, open some packs. Jesse will be the moderator here. Quite frankly, I don't know any other role for him. Although he set up the office.
The role for me is to actually engage and get people to like us. So that's
you will find, if you're not familiar with our podcast, you will find he is the likable one. So today we're just going to do a rundown. Like, hey, this is the stuff we're going to do. We have a whole bunch of different segments we'll work in here and there. We've got some pretty big name athletes and superstars coming on.
Okay, hang on. Now, you're already getting into the rundown right now. The people need to know a little bit before we even get in the rundown.
I just told them.
Before we get into that, people don't know that we have the podcast on the Ringer Sports Cards Nonsense. Hello. Go listen to it. Mike, why are you an authority? What makes you cool when it comes to sports cards?
I'm not answering that question.
No, because honestly, the people are only watching this maybe from the podcast, but there's going to be a lot of people just tuning in, never seen this before.
Let me, red camera?
The one with
I'm
the light.
on it. We're going to do a lot of pointing at cameras because I don't pay attention in prep meetings. So I've been in the sports card space for about 10 years now, about 6 years full-time, breaking, flipping singles, buying, selling. Having said that, this will not be an advice show. If we ever try to give you a top 5 list of best cards to buy or sell, I give you permission
Not that anybody does that.
I give you permission to physically assault both of us. That's not a joke either.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, we every once in a while we identify things we think might be good buys, but this is going to be more geared toward collectors, things actually happening in the hobby. We'll break some packs, we'll rip some boxes. Hopefully some cool stuff you don't get to see elsewhere. We've got some NFT stuff. Panini's really cool. They're working with us, allowing us to like gift NFT packs and cards and singles and all that. Golden Auctions will be on board for some of their segments. We'll do some behind-the-scenes stuff there.
Yeah.
All quick-hitting segments, like all super fast 2 to 5 minute segments, 20 to 25 minutes.
Honestly, I think this is the one way we wanted to be more engaged with you guys because we can talk to you through the podcast, but it's not as much fun because sometimes it feels like we don't get to hang out. I mean, granted, we're hanging out all the time, but we also do the podcast from our homes. We have been. This is the first time we're doing this in person, getting to actually...
Second time, you liar. We did it yesterday.
The people don't know.
Well, I'm just gonna say, if you're gonna talk to the people here, why don't you try to be honest for once in your life? My
friends in YouTube land.
You're also talking very loud. The people in this office building are gonna hate your guts.
It doesn't matter. We're here for like an hour a day. It's not a big
deal.
Yeah,
we want to be engaged with the audience. I can tell you, and if you haven't deciphered by now, you're not too bright. There's nothing scripted here for dialogue. We just come in here and make it up as we go. So if you're looking for that scripted, cool, read, radio voice nonsense, go somewhere else. That's my pitch. If you don't like what we do, get out. First YouTube content. The little fella is awfully arrogant.
You're probably not far off. It could be the first.
That might be word for word.
All right. Well,
get into it. Here we go.
We talked a little bit about our introduction, who we are. The only thing you need to know about me is that Mike and I are technically family. We are technically best friends. I don't like to brag about it. But we also just like to hang out, and that's one of the things that has made this more of appealing, not just for sports cars lovers, but everybody, because we're going to talk a lot about nonsense too. So,
and I promise you, this is the one Val will make you. There will not be this awkward intro ever again. This was it.
It's not awkward.
We're done.
Dude. You ruin it.
There'll be nothing else
Every
happening.
time you open your mouth. All right.
Go.
Let's talk a little bit about the actual plans for segments, because you just ran through it really quick. So first off, we have an infield correspondent that we're going to be having go around to shows all over the country. Every state is his goal. Now, we may not have clips of every one of those, but we are going to have him go around and at least give us some footage of, hey, what was cool in this town? What was cool at the show? Give us something for you guys to actually enjoy, to maybe go and join on the next card show in that state.
Yeah, so like an in-the-field correspondent. So like Ryan, his YouTube channel is Breakout Cards. He's been doing this for a while anyways. Make sure you check him out. He's going to like make just specialized clips for us. Like, hey, these slabs are selling really well. Or, hey, this product released this week and it tanked. The market hated it. Guys were specifically asking for this player. He'll be one of them. My other buddy is Tim from a company called Slab Strong. He's a good dude. I don't normally trust people with facial hair, but he's all right.
He does pretty good. I liked him.
Oh, yeah, you liked him.
I liked him a lot. He's a good friend.
Did you guys hold hands at National?
Doesn't matter what we did.
But that did happen.
So we are also going to have other segments besides that. We're going to have Panini come out.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing a lot of NFT-related things with them. But it's, these aren't like long clips. If you guys aren't into NFTs, we've noticed that it's a real polarizing subject still. By the time you watch this, maybe it's not. Maybe it's all the rage and this sounds stupid, but love it or like it or hate it, we are going to have some NFT stuff because there's a lot of value there, and we're going to show you how to make some money too. So
I'm going to use that stuff for the giveaways, and then we're going to try and like rip some wax every now and again. I've got a case of Flawless. Like a lot of guys just don't rip Flawless for themselves. Maybe you don't get to see it all the time. We're going to try to rip that. When there's big product to rip, we'll rip it. I can already tell the concern in your face. I'm paying for the Flawless case, so don't you worry about that budget.
No, because I want to be in on the budget, because what if we pull something good? I want to be there. So ipso facto,
we have camera. We have film of this happening.
Not all about you.
All right, so that's a couple segments.
So we got,
what else?
We'll end up doing some watch and react type of things. We find that kind of stuff fun. Goldin is going to be involved.
Okay, take a breath, bro. What in the world? So
did something happen?
I've been breathing. I don't even know.
I don't know.
So I would say this for the watch and react. I own a piece of a breaking company still, Geo Breaks on Facebook, and we're just close with other breakers. So when there's like insane, crazy 5-6 figure cards pulled, we're going to try to just throw up the video and just kind of dub it over me and you reacting and making fun of people.
Yeah.
We make fun of people a lot.
I don't.
It's always done in a way to make us look better, though.
That makes it better.
That should help.
That explains why we do it.
And when Jesse says dumb things, here's my other promise. Not that it happens often. I'm just going to do so we've got our shared camera. We've also got my camera and his camera. I'm just going to look at mine and go. And if you don't know what that's from.
Fair. That's not fair, because I want to do that.
I don't want you to watch the show. Anybody who doesn't understand the reference, also tune out. So if you don't like us, tune out. If you don't like that, if you don't get the reference, tune out.
Yep.
If you're taller than Jesse, tune out. If you're shorter than me. I would say our demographic, you're talking about people.
I feel like we got like a real tight
5'7",
15 guys.
Like from 5'7" to 6'3".
Yeah.
Mildly interested sports fan who are uber patient, have too much time on their hands, and watch The Office. That's our demographic.
That's all we wanted anyway.
Next segment.
We're also going to have Goldin involved. Goldin Auctions, Mr. Ken Goldin himself, who you'll be seeing later in this episode, is going to be involved. Just get an idea for what other, there's some things that we may be bidding on ourselves, but there's some things that, even as insanely popular as we are, we don't have all the money out there. And we're going to have to get Goldin involved so we can go over some of these really nice, expensive items. So we're going to have that out there.
Oh, and here's the issue with that, too. Not issue, but here's the caveat with that.
Okay.
French word.
I don't even know if you knew that, but okay, that's fine.
I don't know if it's French. I don't know. Could just be an English word. When you say things are French, though, people are like, oh, that's...
Oh, that guy knows. He knows. He's smart.
That little fellow speaks languages. With the Goldin stuff, we're going to focus on either stuff I'm bidding on, like my motivation for buying it, because I am pretty active on there now, or if there's like some crazy grail items, and it's not just going to be this stupid, like we're not going to sit here and read notes on it, but like, hey, if this crazy, game used Babe Ruth bat comes up, some awesome piece, and Ken says, hey, we can give you access to the owner of that thing. And maybe, again, like a 2 to 4 minute backstory. How did you find this thing? Where did it come from? Is there a cool story there? We'll highlight it super quick. Okay. That's kind of we're calling it the golden hour.
Yes, golden hour.
The second word is hour.
It's the golden hour, and that's all it is, and that's fine. That's a fine name.
It's golden
So
I don't always get
we're
to
also
pick these
gonna be
names,
doing
but I will be making fun of
other things. Moving on.
It's the golden hour.
We're going to talk about, we're going to do, like you mentioned, we'll have some rips, we'll have some interviews.
Shower me with these segments.
We have.
That's what I would tell you.
Yeah, it's not just yours, it's mine too. Jason, be sure you cut to me when I did that. By the way, we're going to be calling out to Jason a lot. Jason does not.
I might call it to Ronick sometimes. He's our producer for the podcast. Ronick gives us one-word answers, and I love him.
So he will be the man who makes the show happen. So thank you, Jason.
I give this a month.
Video mailbag is another hot thing that you guys were asking for. You know, if it's good, if it's not inappropriate,
Nobody asked for
if you guys want to send something in, we'll try and feature that on future episodes. And all that being said, none of this may last, and everything's going to change. Every segment could be completely different tomorrow. We want you guys to be involved as much as possible. If you guys have a great idea, throw it out there, and we'll try and include it in the next one.
Those are a couple of the interactives, though, right? So we talked about the video mailbag.
Yep.
Then we talked about, like, if you have a cool story of, like, a young person collecting, like a kid, nephew, whatever, no videos of nieces. Kids or nephews. I don't want any nieces involved in this episode.
I have a daughter, so
There are no nieces in this room. No, but, like, if your kid goes to his first card show or something, or he gets, like, an awesome rip out of a box, if you want to send us a clip of that,
Yeah.
we're not going to ask for that all the time because we did it yesterday, and I got a ton. So we will sprinkle those in, though.
Yeah, every once in a while. I
I just think it's something different. I don't care. Even if it's not that popular, I think it's fun.
Well,
so.
here's the thing. No matter what, this will be a kid-friendly show, just because cards should be meant for fun. It shouldn't be like anything inappropriate. So I'm just saying, like, guys, I know guys are looking at Mike and be like, hey, what is this? Donkey. Can we say donkey? I don't even know if we agreed on that. Apparently, if you say donkey on Facebook, you get
just
kicked
go
out.
to the next segment, please.
That being said, have fun with it and bring your kids in.
What are they going to do? Have fun? They're just watching a show.
Yeah, but they could get involved in the comment
Okay.
section. They can win prizes because we're about to.
I will tell you
Cut
right now
to-
what's going to happen in the comment section. We used to have YouTube for our Ringer show.
Oh God.
You not so much. I would get eviscerated. I have to take my hats off to them. The YouTube trolls are the most creative around, and they're determined.
Please be nice.
No,
They are. That's what I mean. They are aggressive.
I liked it.
That's too aggressive. All right, let's go ahead and cut to the first opportunity for a giveaway. Panini Press. I don't know. What do you think about Panini Press for our Panini segment? Opening some NFT packs. Panini Press is like a
Sure.
sandwich. It's a press.
I'm aware of
and
what
we're
it
giving
is.
them press. I think it's clever. And you, whatever. What do you have? Why do you have
Do
to
we
be
need
the
that
way-
third man in here?
Why do you have to be the way you are?
Why?
All right.
Can I turn away from the camera? I've been instructed we can't not look at the camera. These people have to see our stupid faces the whole time. Also, let's address the other elephant in the room. That is not. Don't you dare. Jesse is 9 inches taller than me, anyways. I am sitting in a chair that is fit
I had to
for a.
lower my chair.
Yeah, and he refuses to give me the good chair. That's why my feet are dangling and my chin is on the table. So we're get a new chair. I thought he was going to give me the tall chair, idiot.
All right. So,
Bad
guys,
word.
anybody who's involved in sports cards knows about the sports cards NFT world. That being said, if you don't like it, that's fine. However, you can't argue that there's money to be made in it. And we're going to show just a little bit about the things we like with it.
Well, my wedding ring today, by the way. I very rarely wear my wedding ring. Went ahead and wore it.
Were you afraid you were going to get a lot
No,
of
I just
comments,
realized I had it on. I
messages?
was like, that doesn't.
What's this single man doing over here?
So the YouTube comments are going to go from "we hate the little guy for X, Y, and Z reasons" to
Yeah.
"oh, he's taken."
Darn it.
What a shame.
Okay.
He's a real looker. He's got a real face for radio.
We're going to open up some packs. Guys, here's what we want you to do too is if you want a pack, if you have a Panini account,
Panini Direct account.
Panini Direct account, we're on PaniniAmerica.net. Sign up for one. Send us your blockchain name in the comments below.
Yeah, how are
and
we
we'll
doing this?
randomly
Is it
choose.
just going to be literally just... I got to cross my... Playing ball yesterday. My knees are spent.
Okay.
Not easy hitting game winners at 6 in the morning.
Brag about it.
Are we just going to have them be like, hey, here's my handle. That is the comment, and that enters them in?
Yeah, I mean, like, they can say other things if they want, but just
Here's the
include-
official rules for the giveaway. Look at the eye contact. Your Panini... Stop looking at me right now. Your Panini Direct name. That's it. One word, or however many words that name is. The only other thing I want to see in the comment, Mike or Jesse, your favorite host of the show. That's it.
Why?
Because I'm trying to build yourself... I'm building your self-esteem.
No. Because
YouTube-
the opposite's going to happen. They're going to be
Dude,
like,
you're
"Oh,
dressed like a
yeah."
hipster. They're going to love you on YouTube.
I was cutting wood right before I came here.
You have never cut wood in
Yes,
your
I
life.
have. I love to cut wood.
Cutting wood? Would you
Yeah.
slip and
I
slice a
have an
toothpick
axe.
open?
All right, so here we go.
Do you really have an axe?
Yes. All right. If you guys are interested.
What is a former Dell employee of your stature doing with an axe cutting
We
wood?
cannot be this disorganized. We have to keep moving. Panini, we're going to the blockchain.
You set up the studio yesterday. You went home and chopped up a tree. That's what you want us to. That's what you want us to believe.
Jason, cut this.
Don't cut anything. I want to know.
We honestly don't have the time, dude.
Open your
We have to
stinking
keep
pack
going.
then. Keep yapping. Stop looking at the camera.
So, anyways, guys, we go into Panini's website. You go over to my NFT collection. You're going to go to.
You know how to do this.
Well, if you haven't purchased a card before, they probably don't know how to do it. So I'm going to my NFT collection because I'm going to open a pack. But you can go to the NFT store and buy packs in there. This is really the reason why I've gotten involved. If you guys would like to check out blockchain on Panini's website, go over to the NFT store, buy some packs. Here's what some packs that we have. This is Mosaic, and we have Mosaic Downtown. I will not be opening the Downtown today. I bought those specifically for a future time.
How much?
Oh, those were cheap. Those were $15 a pack. The other ones, $10 a pack. But what's really cool about this is that Panini has these challenges where all of a sudden this base card that you might have pulled that was worth nothing is all of a sudden worth like a few bucks to maybe $10, $20 because it's going to get you, if you collect enough of them, you get like a Patty Mahomes or you get a Tom Brady or something like that. So that being the case, let's open a couple packs. And again, we're going to give these away to anybody who mentions their blockchain ID. All right.
Music.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why. Okay, here we go. Common, again, oh, God, here's the hardest part. Actually,
Wait a minute. His name is Danielle?
That's a common man name. A lot of people
For people.
are called Dane.
They're really trying to make up. He's really trying to make up for that last name, though.
Tyler Lockett.
I may be Danielle, but I'm a hunter.
Here's.
You can laugh about it. It's okay.
Oh boy! Okay, that's pretty cool. Rob Gronkowski. Mike, are you okay that I'm giving this card away? No hard feelings.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
So all three of these are numbered to 199.
199. The best one being Tyler Lockett, 239. But I would.
Why is that the best one? Actually,
No, I'm just saying because if you're not familiar with how this works, essentially all the cards quality-wise are the same. So grading doesn't really play a factor here. But what does play a factor is the serial number on your card. The lower the number, the better the card is as far as value-wise.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
So like number one of 1999 is the best one.
Absolutely. By far. Yeah.
What?
In fact, let's see if any of these have sold. So
That is the other cool feature. I'm not going to keep stepping all over Jesse here, but I will say this is probably the best feature. People ask us all the time, or they ask other people, how do I find comps?
yes.
He's going to show you right now sales history.
Right here. Pulling up the Gronkowski. We just
I'm going
opened.
to say $5.
And let's see. View sales history. They've gone for $9, $5.54. So not a lot, but it's a base card. But that's the thing. I opened that pack it was a $10 pack. And if I get $3 and I get that on a few of these, this is not even one for a challenge. If it were for a challenge, it'd be going for like $10, $15.
If this was a challenge card, would you know right now?
So
Does it
what
tell you on the card?
So there is a way to know. So it does not tell you on the card. However, if you go back into blockchain, go over to, let's see, NFT store, NFT packs and challenges. So right here, it shows you what the packs are available to purchase.
$100.
I mean, that's
How many of those are you giving away? How many of those?
Panini, you want to send us any of these?
Here's the thing, though. With the wood splitting money, you could get.
I mean, I got a lot of it.
No more
I got
jokes.
a
That's
lot
it.
of
Get
wood-
serious.
These are the active challenges. Actually, this is kind of surprising. They almost always have multiple challenges going. There's one challenge going, but as you can see, I have one of the 15 cards needed, and it'll show
Danielle
you
Hunter.
which card you have. I have the Billy Sims.
Oh, you already had this. Okay.
Yeah, so I can go into my collection,
Gotcha.
put that up for auction immediately. In fact, I'll go ahead and show you how that's done. So go out, my collection. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to just type in Sims. And there we go, Billy Sims. I'm going to throw this up for auction right after I see what he's selling for. So this card, last 24 hours, sold for $2. Not much going on with him. But that the challenge has multiple days on it. Whenever a challenge has like a day left is the best time to list. So I'm actually going to wait to list him. All right. That being said, let's open one more pack, see if we got anything good. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to give him a downtown. I'll open a downtown pack. This is going to be for anybody else who votes me specifically.
So same thing, just name.
Just put your name. That's all you have to do is put your blockchain name.
If you pull a Tom Brady, we're giving away the axe.
DeForest Buckner.
Sure. The Buck.
496 out of 1999.
Ugh.
Ben Roethlisberger.
I bet that does a few bucks though. If Gronk is doing like 5 to 10, that's got to be. So this is the downtown insert.
Yeah, let's see what it is.
I mean, not terrible. Defensive Player of the Year.
21 out of 500 actually though. That's
sales history on this, and then we can. Are we done with this segment after this one?
We're done.
I think we should break down a section of this every time though. I'm not going to lie. I was throwing some of these just to be a scumbag to see if you knew the answers. You're a little bit more affiliated with the site or familiar with this than I knew.
See, look at this one.
What?
1 out of 500 did $180.
Okay, hang on here. Are these in? Give me the dates. Okay, actually, these are the dates. These have all closed though this month. Mm-hmm. Worst case is $25.
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
And what did this sell? This pack was only 15.
Yeah, so that's.
And he's about to win. This is a lower numbered card, and he's about to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So it's probably $30 or $40.
So honestly,
that's not bad.
I mean, I just doubled my money on a pack, so
you did better than we're going to do on any box we open. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and promise you that, or I will split a whole cord of wood for you. That's not bad.
So all that being said, guys, if you want to get in on it, follow us up. We'll do more packs. We'll do more, hopefully physical packs as well.
For sure, I'll bring the physical. There. You bring the digital.
I don't know what that means exactly.
The packs. Why would you say that?
All right.
I'll say this. Heck of a job on that segment.
I'll say this. That's so kind of... You know what we should do? We should invite Ken to join us. I want to talk a little bit about what's going to be happening there.
Yeah, he can give you the high talking points of like, hey, this is why Goldin's involved. This is what these two idiots are going to do. Is there anything else? Like, those are the majority. That's the segments.
Yeah, I think that's it. And then, what you can expect to see us do throughout the rest of the year.
I agree.
We're going to be, hopefully, in LA during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. So we are planning on going to at least a card show a quarter, I think is reasonable.
Yes.
1 to 2 card shows a quarter. If we're there, we'll probably work on the footage. If we're at a shop and there's something interesting, we'll work that in. Mm-hmm. If we end up going to like events like the Super Bowl and different things, we'll work that in. We'll have some different interviews. The whole point of this, though, is just like kind of an unscripted, like what's kind of relevant, what do we find entertaining? Hopefully you do too. That's about it, though. Like, Jesse has a strong... Here's the other thing, too, because we get the same stupid comment. We got it with the podcast on The Ringer all the time. Why is Jesse on a sports card show or a sports show? He is involved because he didn't, coming into this, knew nothing of sports cards and very little about sports in general.
I would still say, for the majority, I am not as big of a sports guy as our audience is. However, I think that's what's cool is that
the perspective is that's why he has value, because he asks questions that like seasoned veterans are not going to ask, but like a new guy's going to watch this and you're going to hear a bunch of stupid terminology from me talking too fast and be like, it doesn't make sense. You will see it where Jesse will stop and be like, okay, so you're talking about a break, like what is a PYT stand or what is this? That's why we have the dynamic we have. And I would never change it. And honestly, you're fired.
Honestly,
That'd be so great. I will break this microphone stand right now.
Also, for those who do love the nonsense, there will be more of that. This is more of like the, hey, we're getting to know you. We're getting like to get our feet wet and all of this because it's awkward for us too.
This is super. This stupid looking at the camera dynamic is ridiculous.
I know, but
it's fine. We'll get used to it.
I collect celebrity cards as well. I will
Ever heard of it?
Having costumes every once in a while.
You know the other thing, we will show. I think because we talk about our recent pickups on the podcast, I just think it'd be cool when we bring in our.
Yeah.
What did you say you wanted to?
Did you have something you wanted to show?
Went ahead and bought this for my friend Jesse the other day. Folklore CD, Taylor Swift, autographed. He beat her in a talent show in the city that we now sit in.
He's my friend.
True or false?
He must like me. That is 100%.
You yell at me and I buy you presents. All right, that's it. Let's cut to Ken and then we're done, right? Wrap it up?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you've heard enough of me and Jesse talking enough. So now we go to a third man, Mr. Ken Goldin. How you doing today, Ken?
I'm doing great, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. So we kind of teased earlier that Goldin's going to be. We've called it the Golden Hour. We're still networking the the name there, but for now that's what we're going with. But so what's kind of Goldin's involvement? What's happening here from you guys' angle?
Sure. What we're going to do is we're going to give you inside access to Goldin. That means previews of upcoming items, rare finds, things coming up for auction, schedule, the story behind some of the items, some really cool discoveries that we get in, as well as an opportunity to perhaps meet other people besides me.
Yeah, because I will say we're hoping to have you back too every couple of months. But some of the items that have like a crazy backstory, that's kind of what I told Jesse when we teased the audience. Like if you could find the guy who, hey, I happen to find this random thing that was in somebody's collection and send it over to Ken, and they're going to sell it for 6 figures. I think that's a kind of the cool backstory people don't get to hear. So I think we're excited about that kind of stuff. Do I get a discount now with my bidding? I think that's for the audience's benefit.
I think what I'm really excited about, Ken, is like having an inside story, because sometimes the news is, oh, this just sold on Goldin and everybody wants to know about it, and there's no detail. Not to say that we're going to get information on all of them, and some people want to stay private, but I think what would be cool is, can we get access through you guys to some of those deals? Is that kind of what you're thinking in some cases?
I mean, obviously, some people want to be private, some people don't. The cool stories that I like from a card perspective, the best ones are when you deal with real vintage and somebody, my great grandfather died and we found this. Okay. And I've had that multiple times, including a complete Sporting News 1916 set with a Babe Ruth rookie card once. So those are always great. And then the other things that are terrific, and most of these guys always want to fly into New Jersey and tell me their story, is the guy whose Jordan jersey card, 98 game jersey card, we sold for $2.1 million at auction in 21. He himself pulled it out of a pack. And he kept it all these years. One of the Brady contenders we sold. Wow. The guy pulled it out of a pack, and he was told by the store owner, this guy Brady could be good. You should probably put that in a sleeve.
Huh. Not a bad idea.
And that's a championship playoff ticket, by the way.
Yeah, worth what, $2 million?
Yeah, exactly.
Sheesh. Yeah, so that's kind of the angle. It's not just going to be showcasing just every item, but certain items where there's a cool story, a backstory, whatever. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, Ken. We're going to launch this thing today and kind of every week. And we look forward to getting involved and being more involved with Goldin Auctions. So we appreciate the time, sir.
We look forward to working with you guys.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
Cool. So there you go. That was episode number 1. It was a bit of a train wreck. We got a bit aggressive at times. I was a little bit fearful. We'll be back next week. We're going to shoot for Wednesdays every week. That's going to basically be the play.
Yeah.
And we'll start rolling out like actual segments that we talked about today.
Yes.
Thanks to Ken for coming on and joining us. He will not be here every week. We'll probably bug him like once a month or once every couple months to come on. Panini, of course, they're our big sponsor too. So we thank those guys. And we'll see you next week. Make sure you check out the podcast on The Ringer. If you're bored, need more of our voices.
Well, and don't forget, we have a new boss now, and that is YouTube. Okay. And Mr. YouTube likes it when you like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit those buttons wherever they are on your device.
Later.
Bye.